Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Am I audible, loud and clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare Krishna,
yes,
Guruji,
Prabhuji.
yes.
Hare Krishna. So, welcome to the Friday program. I'm not saying Srimad Bhagavatam today because we are doing a special session on. So, as many of you know, I went for a yatra to Sri Dham Mayapur and Vrindavan. So, I wanted to share my yatra experience with you. So, I thought I will use today's session for that. Many devotees were asking, and for my own relishment, for my own memory, I wanted to do this session. Okay, so before we start, we will recite Mangalacharan prayers. So let us start with Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadam Hyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay. So I wanted to share the yatra experience that I had. So let me start sharing the slides. Second. So today I had a lot of slides and bigger. Okay, is the audio okay? Somebody said there is some kind of an echo.
It's okay.
Okay, very nice. So, yeah. Mayapur. So today I will cover Mayapur, and I spent about a week, not a week, about 5 days in Mayapur. And as many of you know, there was a youth yatra organized by Vaisheshika Maharaj from Silicon Valley. So that's how the whole plan was made. My two children, Gopal and Ram, they participated in the yatra. Many other youth from Portland area participated. Shrikar was there, and Tulsi and Aditi. Is that all? Yeah. And then a lot of other kids from other locations, from other countries were also there. So I was not part of the yatra. I didn't even tag along with it. I bumped into them coincidentally at one or two places for a few minutes, but that was about it. So I left the kids on their own in the yatra. I'm not sure how much happy they would have been to have me sort of around either. So I did my solo yatra and they did their own yatra. So this will be my yatra version. Their yatra is maybe they are doing a separate presentation somewhere else. So that's how the plan was made. And then obviously going all the way to India, we also added Vrindavan to the plan. So we spent about 5 days in Vrindavan as well. And then we came back. So Mayapur and Vrindavan were the two places where we went. The youth went along with the main yatra only to Mayapur. That was Calcutta and Mayapur. Then we, as a family, me and my two children, did Vrindavan Yatra on a personal level. Anyway, so I first flew from any question or anything I'm missing, or you're having questioning eyes as if I forgot to say something. Okay, that's fine. So I landed in Boston because my kids were there. Their exams had just finished, and we flew the next day from Boston. So they did not have time between their college ending and coming to Portland, and then we all going from here. So I reached Boston. So this is ISKCON Boston. I have been there so many times, but always it is a nice experience. It's the temple that was established during the time of Srila Prabhupada himself. So it has a lot of significance. There was actually a visiting devotee there, Acharya Ratna Prabhu from ISKCON Calcutta. So he is a very prominent preacher within ISKCON. So he was visiting. So you can see him there in the bottom right-hand corner. And of course, the deities are there. Shri Radha Gopi Vallabhaji, and then Gaur Nitai on one side, and Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and Mother Subhadra on the other side. So, as you can see, Aarti is happening here today at the time when we went. So now remember that Aarti is happening. So this will be a common theme for some reason. So I'll share that as well. Then we flew from Boston to Calcutta. So we landed in Calcutta directly, and some flight rerouting occurred, like on the last minute. We were supposed to go to via Lufthansa. Then they canceled that flight, but they rebooked us on Swiss Air. So we landed in Zurich, then Dubai. That was our first time in Dubai. And from there directly to Calcutta. So we landed in Calcutta. This is ISKCON Calcutta. And I forget, Radha Govindji Mandir. And first time I saw Mother Tulsi in the middle, and then Lord Jagannath on the right-hand side. So very beautiful temple, ISKCON Calcutta. And there is a very nice Govindas there. So after kind of staying hungry on the flight for a long time, and even in Boston, there are not many good places. So, Govinda's was probably for me, it was a very big highlight. So, okay, I don't think I have a picture of Govinda's, but anyway. Then right next to the temple, main temple hall, there is a room of Srila Prabhupada. So Calcutta is the birthplace of Srila Prabhupada. This is the place where he met Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj for the first time. And this is where his spiritual journey all occurred in the initial years. So Calcutta has a lot of significance. The Yatra of the youth uh, occurred in Calcutta for 3 days, but I had to go to Bangalore for some personal work for 2 days. So I missed, or I didn't spend much time in Calcutta. So then I went to, one thing that I did was to visit this place. I forget the name, Sanskrit Book Depot or something like that. Yeah, it's a very old, from at least 200 years. This family has been publishing Vedic books and especially very rare Vaishnava books. So I went there and we got a few books from there. So that's the owner of the bookstore, and very nice place. And that this is the only place in all of, I mean, this is the only place where you can find some very rare books, nowhere else in the whole world, especially Gaudiya Vaishnava books. Anyway, then after a bumpy ride from Calcutta, at some places the road was not non-existent. So we were like driving on mud for long distances. So, but we reached Shri Dham, Mayapur. So I was put up in Gada Bhavan. So this is a picture from Gada Bhavan. And as you can see, this is the TOVP. The dome and all the external structure is all complete. So I will share the internal pictures when I took a tour of TOVP also. They give tours to all the visitors. So I will share those as well. Then immediately after reaching, I reached about in the afternoon. I showered, got ready, and got out immediately and wanted to go take darshan. Taking darshan was a little bit of a task. Had to didn't realize since the temple construction began, this was my first time that I had gone. Last time when I went, it was just a big garden and there was no temple. So getting into the temple took me about 1 hour. So the shoe stand was far away, and then they were checking the mobile and all that. So I was in Vaishnava dress and all, so I kind of wiggled my way somehow and did not surrender my mobile. So
also many side entrances where
yeah, there were
I dress like a devotee.
Yeah. So I figured that, but I tried to get in through some side entrances where there was no line, but luckily or unluckily, those police people, they caught me and they kept sending me to the main entrance. So since I didn't uh, have anything else to do that day, I thought, okay, the Lord wants me to spend some effort. So I stood in the line, but at least I definitely want to take my mobile with me to take some pictures. And you will see, I did some, unscrupulous activity. There were places where it was said no photography. I was like, okay, that's not for me. So you will see some pictures the picture will say no photography, but I, still clicked the picture. So forgive me for that. Anyway, so then I entered the temple and then first darshan of Lord Chaitanya. So even in the month of December, the crowds were as much as like Gaur Purnima. I was like little surprised. Maybe it was, I think it was 30th of December. So maybe it was the kind of New Year mood or whatever. So anyway, then after, finding my way, not finding, I knew the way, but like navigating my way through the devotees, I got darshan of Shri Radha, Madhava, and Ashta Sakhis. So very, very blissful. My day was made. And finally, Lord Shri Narasimhadev.
Prabhuji, what is
So
Ashta Sakhis?
Ashta Sakhis are the 8 principal Sakhis, the 8 principal gopis of Lord Krishna, apart from Srimati Radharani, who is the Mukhya Sakhi. Their names are Lalita, Vishakha, somebody help me, Champaklata, Tunga Vidya, Indulekha, Chitra,
Indulekha,
Devi,
Sudevi, and Rangadevi.
Very nice. So these are the Ashta Sakhis. So this is the full altar. I mean, that's how it should be. But due to lack of space or due to many other reasons, we worship Shri Radha Krishna, who are the main. If there is more space, like in Vrindavan temple, then you will see Srimati Lalita and Srimati Vishakha as well. And this is the most gorgeous, most majestic altar within ISKCON, I think, as far as I have remember. So we have all 8. Okay, next day. So that was the day mainly spent in getting in and getting out and getting darshan, and I just sat there and just absorbed myself. I didn't go anywhere else. And it was already evening, and I was tired with the flight and road trip from Calcutta to Mayapur and all that. So I took rest. Okay, next day my plan was to go to Godrumdvip. So Godrumdvip is a very special place. Now all these places are on the other side of Mayapur. So I don't have a map or anything, but Mayapur, the river Ganga begins to branch out, and there is a tributary called Jalangi. So you have to cross the Jalangi to go to Godrumdvip. It's like a triangle. And then you have to, from Mayapur, you can also cross the Ganga. So it's like the main Ganga. And then you reach Navadvip. And then there is a connection by crossing the Ganga from Navadvip to Godrumdvip as well. So boats run every 5 minutes. So basically, like, you just hop onto a boat. And at every place, Godrumdvip, Navadvip, and Mayapur, you can take a boat to any of the other 2 places. So you have to get onto the right boat as well. So once I got onto the wrong boat, I said, okay, never mind, I'll go to. I was wanting to go to Navadvip, and then I reached Godrumdvip because these 2 ghats were a little far away. I forgot which one was which. And I didn't ask. I thought I was too much of an expert. So yeah, anyway. So Godrumdvip, Godruma means, so the main place that is here is called Surabhi Kunj. Godruma means, Go means cow and Druma means tree. So the main place, which is Surabhi Kunj, which I will share about, is basically when Lord Indra had committed the offense of tormenting the residents of Vrindavan during the Govardhan Leela. So then when he came back to his senses, he didn't want to go alone to Lord Krishna. So he wanted to first go, so he went with Mother Surabhi. So this is the place where he met Mother Surabhi and then went to Lord Krishna. Now, don't ask me the geography. It's like from here to there. But that's the significance of the place. Anyway,
no
so this
photography.
is
Prabhuji, no photography.
I'm going to.
Okay.
So the first place that I visited here was Sri Narasinghpalli. So this is a very, very old temple of Lord Narasimhadev. And this deity that you can see on the right-hand side is considered to be timeless or undated. So it is considered to be thousands of years old. And Narasinghpalli is the place where it is said that Lord Narasimhadev came and rested after killing Hiranyakashipu. So so that's the outside of the temple. And then you can see the main inside. And I have another picture where you can see a more close-up of Lord Narasimhadev. There was a lot of rush, but again, I kind of record all my Indian skills and became part of the crowd, and got pushed and pushed others and whatever, not in a bad way, but somehow or the other got to the front and got nice darshan for 2 minutes. And as you can see, so many tulsi leaves were being offered. There was outside, there was like huge, like tulsi was just growing, like, and they were just selling some tulsi leaves. So I also took like for 100 or 50 rupees or a bunch of tulsi, and then I offered it to the Lord, or gave it to the pujari, and he offered it to the Lord. So this is Narasinghpalli. This is a very, very old deity of Lord Narasimhadev. And yeah. Okay, from there, there is another place called Hara Kshetra. So here you can see a deity of Lord Hari and Hara together in one. So this shows the oneness of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva into one. So you can see here the deity is having Sudarshan Chakra in one hand and the Trishul in the other hand. And so this is also a very nice temple, Hara Kshetra.
Was the deity right below, right near his feet? I'm assuming the one on the left and right are Lakshmi and Parvati.
Yeah, I had noted it down. I'll have to look up my book for that. And there is Lord Jagannath on the side as well. And there is also the Sudarshan Chakra Stambha, Sudarshan Stambha as well nearby. Anyway, so then we came to a place called Svananda Sukhada Kunja. This is the place of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Now, there are apparently 2 samadhis of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So I don't know the distinction between the 2. Obviously, the samadhi would be one. But so this side, so as you all know, Bhakti Vinod Thakur was the magistrate and he had access to all the records and everything. So after a very, very thorough analysis, he came to the conclusion that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually born on the other side of the Ganga River in Mayapur. So that is where Yogapitha has been established, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after a very spiritual as well as through the analysis of records. Jagannath Das Babaji himself pointed out that that is the place of birth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is where his son, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj, established Yogapitha. So there is also, before Bhakti Vinod Thakur sort of identified that this Prachin Mayapur or ancient Mayapur was considered to be the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So anyway, this is the place where Bhakti Vinod Thakur used to live after he retired from the magistrate duties. And he's lived here for about 4 or 5 years before he left his body. And here is where he was completely absorbed in his bhajan. There is a very beautiful deity of Gaur Gadadhar here. I could not take a picture of that. I thought I will first take a pic. Like, I also met the group here. As you can see, Vaisheshika Maharaj is sitting there and the kids are there. So I thought first I will see them. By the time I went to take a picture of Shri Gaur Gadadhar, the altar was closed. So I got darshan, but not a picture. Anyway, so here is the samadhi of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And this nice person here, he's a pujari or he's a local, he lives in this place. His family takes care of this location. So he kind of was, my strategy was I would try to find a, friendly person wherever I go who lives there, like who either takes care of that place or is very familiar. And I would like, um, just, talk him into telling me about the place. So, or like, please tell me. And then they would happily tell. And then at the end of it, I would offer some donation and they are happy. And I was also very happy. So that happened at almost all places. So this nice devotee, I forget his name. He told me the name and I wrote it down also. So he took me around sort of the place. So here is where, as you know, in our Guru Parampara, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, his Shiksha disciple is Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And then he told his son, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj, to take shelter and Diksha from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So this is the place where Gaur Kishore Das Babaji used to come and do his bhajan. And listen to, Katha from Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So there is a bhajan kutir of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji as well, right? Very in that same compound. Then upstairs, he took me upstairs and there is a room of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Now I had many more pictures. I just selected few. I took some videos as well, but there's no time or opportunity to show all those. So this is the room. There are personal items of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. There, his cup, his plate in which he ate, and there are also his personal writing, his like bound notebooks. All those are there, kept there where, so I could see those. He was kind enough. He pulled out one notebook and he showed me the handwriting of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur as well. So all that was there. Right next to it is the room of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So that's where he would come or he would stay. So even after the passing away or disappearance of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj used to come here and spend time. So this is the room of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. So that's where I went next. Then I went to Surabhi Kunj. So this is the main place where Bhakti Vinod Thakur spent most of his time. And this is when he was the magistrate. So he used to live here. Close by also there is train track. So if you remember, the Britishers built a train track just for him. Every day the rail carriage would come there, pick him up and take him to the magistrate. He was, so important, and even the Britishers respected him. Anyway, so the temple was closed by the time I reached. So that's one thing. And then there was the residence of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So I visited there. Now, nice story is that I was very hungry by this time. So I had not eaten anything. Previous night also, I was not feeling like eating much. So I didn't eat anything. So I was extremely hungry. And I was actually looking for some prasadam, and there were no stores or no restaurants, no Vaishnav Bhojanalaya or dhaba or anything like that. So anyway, so I quickly visited here, and my intention was to first ask, is there some place close by where I can have some prasadam? So then I just went, as you can see, where that I kind of went this side, and there was a big hall in the same compound, and some prasadam was going on there. A group was having prasadam. One nice devotee in, saffron clothes. He was serving prasadam. So I didn't want to ask, like, I thought it might be some like yatra group or something. I don't want to crash into, gate crash and, they might have limited quantity and all. But he turned around and, I said Hare Krishna, or he said Hare Krishna. He said, would you like to have prasadam? I was like, yes. So he said, okay, please have a seat. So I washed my hands. There was a hand pump, very hygienic and clean, no problem. And I sat down, and as you can see, I think this was one of the best prasadam I had. This was like, there are 3 types of sabjis here, and puris and gulab jamun, rice and dal and saag, and the best part was mishti dahi. I don't know if you are familiar, but this is like amazing. So I had a wonderful lunch. And then after I was the last one, so it was almost getting over. So I was the last one to get up. And I ate a lot, of course. And then this person, so he's a sannyasi. So then I started talking to him. And so his name is Avadhut Swami. And I somehow was feeling familiar with his face. So about 8 or 9 years ago, I had gone on a yatra with my spiritual master, my Guru Maharaj, to this place. And so he asked me, who is your spiritual master? I gave the name. He said, oh, I know him very well. That's when I recollected that my Guru Maharaj had praised this entire family he comes from that family who is taking care of this Surabhi Kunj. So he had said that this family takes care with a very humble, very devotional mood. So I remembered that, and I shared that with him. And I told him, yes, I remember you actually now. So we had a very nice, then I talked to him. So he showed me around the residence of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then he even told me some, I talked to him for almost 45 minutes. So he showed me, so there are these 2 pictures I took. This on the left side, if you see, is a collection of books written by and bhajans written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur when he was at Surabhi Kunj. And the number 1 there is Jaiva Dharma, which is very, very one of my very favorite books. And that was the main one I was talking to him about. So I was asking him which are the translations available, is where I can find the original Bengali and things like that. And he was telling me a lot of things about from Jaiva Dharma and what they do over there on a daily basis, what kind of classes happen and things like that, what Sangha, Satsang, etc. happens. So yeah, sometime in the future, if I ever get the fortune of spending a long time, like, kind of like a sabbatical kind of time in Mayapur, then definitely this would be a place to go. And of course, the other books are Sri Harinam Chintamani, Bhajan Rahasya, and so on. Navdvip Dham Mahatmya. And on this side is the schedule of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. A pretty austere schedule. Yeah. You can, I don't know, it would mess up if I'll try to read it out. So starts with 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. rest. 2 hours in the evening rest. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. What did Srila Prabhupada do in that time? Translate books. So he was also writing books. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. 6 hours straight writing books. Then 4 to 4:30 rest. 4:30 to 7 chanting japa. 7 to 7:30 correspondence. 7:30 to 8:30 study shastra. So, And then 8:30 to 9:30, receive any visitors or else continue to study Shastra. So if there are no visitors, 2 hours solid study of Shastra. 9:30 to 10, bath and prasadam. 10 to 1, court duties. 1 to 2, prasadam and rest. 2 to 5, court duties. So solid 10 to 5 court duties with a 1 hour lunch break. And then 5 to 7, translation. So 5 to 7 is specifically written as translation. And then 7 to 8, bath and prasadam. So 2 hours of translation, 6 hours of writing fresh Shastra. And then 2 hours of studying Shastra and court duties. So the only big thing missing from this is sleep. So, one day if we can conquer sleep, then we can also hope to gain 6 or 8 hours more from the day. Very, very wonderful. Anyway, so that's the schedule of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So this is the room of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as you can see here. And then, since I talked to him so much and everything, I don't know, he felt very merciful on me, and he gave, you can see this mala here, this garland that was kept here. So he gave that to me. So I accepted that, took a picture of him and me. And then he said it's time for him to take some rest. So he took rest, and I wanted to spend a lot of time there. So I was just sitting there outside. So that was Surabhi Kunj. So I wanted to spend time here. This was one of my main places where I wanted to spend time. And of course, Narasinghpalli and Hara Kshetra are more like temples. They have like a temple kind of a mindset. This was more like a samadhi, or our more acharyas, where at least I feel stronger connection. So, that's, I kind of wanted to spend time there. Then there is this place called Suvarna Vihar. So Suvarna Vihar was founded by Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj before the other side of Mayapur was sort of established. So before that happened, this was the main place where Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj started his preaching sort of movement, Gaudiya Math or some. So this became sort of was the initial headquarter, you can say, of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. Very soon he moved to the other side of the river. Are you all following with that?
Ganges River.
No, Ganges River. Yes. So we are doing Mayapur Yatra. So this is Suvarna Vihar. So this is the place, there is a mango grove here. So you might have heard the pastime of the mango tree of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that happened here, where Lord Chaitanya, manifested a tree, and it immediately grew into a big tree without like time being spent, and all the devotees had mangoes. So that pastime is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that occurred at this place. Another, why it is called Suvarna Vihar is because there used to be an ancient king called Suvarna Sen. And once Narad Muni appeared to him, and he showed his mercy to him. And this king wanted to know, when will the Lord appear? When can I see the Lord? So he said that right at this place, much, much later on, the Lord will appear in his most merciful incarnation. So you wait for him. So he waited, and then of course he left his body. Then again he took birth as Buddhimanta Khan. And he is considered to be an eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya. So he was a great devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the place, or sort of the palace of, or originally of, Buddhimanta Khan, which is where Suvarna Vihar was established. Okay. Audio video is still good on Zoom?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right, wonderful.
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right. So that was pretty much the end of the day. And since I think, yeah, I took almost pictures of all the prasadam plates I had. So since there is no picture, I'm just thinking probably I was already feeling full after that huge prasadam that I had at Surabhi Kunj. No, that's not the case. No, actually, no. So I came back early. So yeah, so this is back to Mayapur. Okay. So day has not ended. So I just came back to Mayapur and then went to Yogapith. So this is, again, in the traditionally you will hear, of course, the ISKCON temple is the main place. And then the next, of course, this is the most important place. But, after going to ISKCON and, taking darshan of the deities, the next place that everybody goes to is Yogapith. So what is Yogapith? It is the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Nimai. So that's because he was born under a neem tree. So this is the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, established by Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj on this side of the Ganges, where in the Mayapur side, and that is known as Antardvip. So Navadvip means 9 dweeps. We talked about Godrumdvip. Antardvip is at the heart. And that's where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, or he appeared. Now here also there is a samadhi of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So again, as I said, I don't know sort of the distinction or how to understand which one is which. But obviously Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj established this. So anyway, if you don't want to miss out on the samadhi of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, guess what you should do? Go to both the places, then you won't miss. So, and it could be Pushpa Samadhi. It didn't say that. That's why the sign says the Samadhi temple of Bhakti Vinod. Same thing it said there. So yes, but anyway, if you go to both, you're kind of, it's not like you get only half of each. You still get full of each. Where we met, remember where? No, Suvananda Sukhada ashram. Yeah. Where the Bhajan Kutir of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was there. Remember, I showed you, I took you there. All right. So this is Sri Yogapith. So first, as soon as you enter, you see the Samadhi of Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And then before the teaching is, before we go and take darshan of the Lord, first we take darshan of who? Lord Shiva. So there is a small temple of Lord Shiva he's known as Kshetrapal Gopeshwar Shiva. So Kshetrapal means he's the protector of the Dham, protector of Kshetra. So Lord Shiva is guarding the Kshetra from all unscrupulous entities. So there you can see a Shivling. So first paid obeisances over here and then visited the neem tree. So this is the neem tree under which Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So you can see here it says the holy birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, child Nimai and his parents under this neem tree. And then next to it is the hut or the location where Sri Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, who are the parents of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they used to live. So that hut is also there. And you can see inside there is deity of Jagannath Mishra ji and Sri Mati Sachi Mata with baby Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in her lap. So you can see that. And again, as you can see, all these places, I think it was written no photography, no photography. But, I conveniently ignored that. I would quickly take out my phone, take a picture and put it back. Okay. And then this is the main deity. Now here also you can see in big letters, no photography. So from far away using my zoom lens capabilities, I took this picture. So there are 3 altars. All 3 are very important altars. And this was established by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. So on the leftmost, now I couldn't take too many pictures. They were actually enforcing it here. Somebody actually told me to put my phone away. So then I put it away. So by that time I had taken this picture. So on the left side, there is Lord Gauranga and Shri Radha Madhava. So that is the name of the deity on the left-hand side. You cannot see Srimati Radharani. You can just Sri Madhavji. Then in the center is Lord Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu with Srimati Lakshmi Priya, his first wife, and then Srimati Vishnu Priya, who was his second wife. And you cannot probably see here, if you can you see my mouse on the zoom also? Probably here you can see little black. There is a small deity of Lord Vishnu. And that is considered to be the at least 500 years old. And that is the deity that was worshipped by Sri Jagannath Mishra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father. So that deity is still there, and you can, if you go close enough ahead, you can take a darshan of those deities, of Lord Vishnu deity. And then on the right-hand side is Panchatattva with Lord Jagannath. All right? Okay.
This temple is the Yogapith.
This is Yogapith. Yeah, this is the main altar, main temple altar of Yogapith.
How far it is from that?
ISKCON temple, 2 kilometers. Takes 10 minutes by auto rickshaw.
We had the best Harinam here in this temple.
Okay.
And by Srila Prabhupada was singing.
We was also lucky to have these places the last month, but this month itself. Yeah, this month itself.
Oh,
I was
wonderful.
also there. Certainly, I missed the photography because everywhere there was no photography, no photography, no photography. So I
You were
couldn't take the picture.
more law-abiding than me. Okay. I hope with all your blessings, my sin of violating the law will be forgiven. Yeah, so Gopal is saying that they had very nice Harinam Sankirtan here as part of when they visited with their youth group. So that's very nice.
All the local devotees, like usually we just do, but all this time there's like 50, 60, 100 local devotees,
All of them joined. And I could see that there is a lot of respect. I mean, of course, ISKCON is the main sort of traffic there that has, now it is a worldwide site. So 99.99% of devotees who arrive from outside are basically ISKCON devotees. And all these temples have a lot of respect and, lot of, they are very sweet. I mean, I had such a wonderful time at all these places. So to say, non-ISKCON. Then if you go behind, a little ahead in the same campus, same compound, then there is deity of Sri Gaur Gadadhar, and next to it is Sri Lakshmi Narasinghdev. So you will see Mother Lakshmi sitting in the lap of Lord Narasinghdev. Lakshmi Narasinghdev deity is there. Okay. Then we come to Sri Shrivas Angan, another very, very important place. And I remember when I went last time as part of Yatra about 8-9 years ago, then this place we did a lot of Kirtan. So anyway, I wanted to tell when, as you can see, I don't know if you can see here, there is this, you can see one devotee sort of half picture with a hand here. So Aarti was happening here. So as I was there, Aarti was happening. So it seems like Aarti does not happen at exact one time in all the temples. because when I went to Srivasangan, then Aarti started over there. So I witnessed Aarti first at Yogapith, then at Srivasangan. So Srivasangan, as you know, Srila Srivas Thakur, he is one of the Panchatattva. We say, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So Srivas is one of the Panchatattva. And at his place, all night, Kirtan used to happen. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do Kirtan over here. So then what happened one time, all this is documented in, I have written down, in Chaitanya Charitamrit, Adi Leela, 17th chapter, 121 verse 121 onwards, there is the pastime of breaking of the mridanga. So you can see here, there is Shri Shri Gaur Nityananda along with devotees. So, and a broken mridanga is kept here. So it seems this is the mridanga that was broken by Chand Kazi himself. So the Muslims went and complained, all these devotees earlier, like before appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they would do whatever quiet kirtan, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and started this big Sankirtan movement. So now these fellows have started making a lot of noise. So Chand Kazi went and he thought he can, tackle the devotees, and he broke their mridanga. And then, as you know, Lord Chaitanya got very, very angry. And then next day he took a huge procession to Chand Kazi. And then Chand Kazi became a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. And he said, last night, I saw a half man, half lion in my dream. And he told me that next time, if you stop the devotees, you'll be finished. And he showed his marks. So it was not just a dream. There were physical marks on his body as well of the lion nails. So, that's the broken mridanga. And then on a different, in the same 16th chapter of Adi Leela, verse number 98, 90 onwards, 90 to 98, there is this pastime where one time Srivas Thakur was reading the Vishnu Sahasranam. And as soon as in the Vishnu Sahasranam, one of the names is Lord Narasinghdev. So as soon as he uttered the name Narasinghdev, Srivas Thakur saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sort of transform into Narasinghdev. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the Narasinghdev form to Srivas Thakur. So that's what you can see here. Panchatattva is there in this picture, and in the center you will see Narasinghdev. So that is where Srivas Thakur saw that form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Narasinghdev then, the pastime is described that he went out and started like scaring all the non-devotees, whoever was averse to the devotees. He said, I'll kill you, or I will, destroy you. And everybody, out of fear of seeing Narasinghdev, they ran away. But Lord Chaitanya's mood is very merciful. He doesn't want to scare anyone. So then he immediately ran back to Srivas Thakur and started crying that I'm so sorry, I drove away and I scared all these people. I've committed an offense. Then Srivas Thakur pacified him that no, you have not. All those who got your one darshan have been liberated. So you have done a mercy on them. So then he got pacified and he came back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu form. So this is the pastime that occurred here at Srivas Angan. Okay. So there are a couple of other altars here. And here there is the altar of Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ji and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Shri Gaurahari. And then a little bit farther away, there is the altar of Shri Gaur Gadadhar. Then I came to a very special place There seems to be some echo. Everybody, if they can kindly mute, it would be helpful. Okay, we'll keep going. So this is the place. So if you remember from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Advaita Acharya prayed to his Shaligram Shilas for the appearance of the Lord. So this is the place where Sri Advaita Acharya prays for the advent of Lord Sri Gaurahari. So this is that particular place you can see, and then the Lord Vishnu appears and says, yes, very soon I will appear. So here is the deity of Lord Vishnu. This is Advaita Acharya. And on this, so I took a close-up of this. Here you can see a Govardhan Shila and a Shaligram Shila. So these were the exact Shaligram Shila and Govardhan Shila to which Advaita Acharya had prayed and got blessing from Lord Vishnu that he will very soon appear. And then he appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that small temple is there. Again, this earlier, I have not put that picture here. So this Pujari also was very nice. You can see this yellow shawl. It was covering the Shilas. So I knew that these Shilas are there. So I asked him, are they there? Are they like covered? He said, yeah. I said, can you please remove? So he removed. So, but the point is, if you prepare and then go, you know what to look for. So if it is covered and you just take the darshan, then you won't even know that to ask to remove. So if you know, so always before going to yatra, the more you can prepare and sort of know which places you want to visit, what is the significance and all. Many people told me they went to, for example, places like Surabhi Kunja or that other place, Svananda Sukhada Vihar, but didn't go up and see the room, or didn't go on the side and see the room of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They saw the deities because these are all obviously little small, not small, some of them are very big temples. So you will see a deity in the temple and you think you're done after seeing the deity, because that's what you do in a temple. But there are all these other places of significance. And so if you read up or you hear about it, you plan, write it down, whatever, and then go, then you can get the full blessings and the full, I feel it is so much more important to see where Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to sleep, take rest, the desk on which he used to write, his personal writing. All these are so just so beautiful to actually go and see, because we have so much strong connection with our acharyas. So when we see their actual artifacts, then we, feel happy. So these were the Shaligram Shilas. So then there was another place after this. So I covered Yogapith and Shrivas Angan. Then there is a main place called Chaitanya Mutt. And I know that it's a very big place. There are like too many things or places to visit there. So I skipped that for that evening because I couldn't have spent a lot of time. It was probably already like 7 p.m. And I didn't want to stay very late. So then I directly went to Rajapur. So Rajapur is the temple. It's the most prominent Lord Jagannath temple in Mayapur. And now it has been taken over by ISKCON. So ISKCON devotees maintain this. So it has a very special place in the heart of all of the followers of Srila Prabhupada. So as you can see here in this big sort of faraway picture, there is on the side, there is deity of Srila Prabhupada as well. So, and Kirtan was very nice Kirtan and everything was going on. And then this is very beautiful, unique deities. I think, the Rajapur deities can be at least one I can recognize. They have some uniqueness. I don't know yet. I'm not very artistic person, but somehow, the curves and so on are kind of unique that you can make out. If you just show up the deities, I think it's easy to make out that these are Rajapur deities. Were you saying something? You were raising your hand, or?
Had a small question, but it's fine.
Okay. All right. So that was the end of my day. And then Gada Bhavan Prasad. So didn't have a lot. I think one chapati for me is less, but that night I just had one. This is all I had, I'm saying. I didn't take a second helping, and probably they brought one more sabji, which I declined. So that katori is empty. But yeah, pakoda definitely. So that was the end of that day. Okay, then after next day, main place. So I had covered Godrumdvip previous day, and then back to Antardvip. Then next day was Navadvip. Navadvip, I mean, the whole area is spiritually Navadvip, but now geographically Navadvip is a location. So for this, you have to cross the Ganges River. So again, I had figured out everything, how to go. So quickly, take a e-rickshaw, go to the ghat, and hop onto the boat. And so this is from the boat. You can see here from far away, you can see the TOVP kind of domes here. I don't know if, can you see on the, yeah.
The tulip is like the biggest landmark in the area.
Yeah.
You can see-
Now, I think now one thing, these high rises over here are kind of giving it fair competition. And these are the residential apartments. So too many people trying to buy apartments over there. So who knows, maybe there'll be some big high rises over here in the future. Anyway, so then the most important place in Navadvip is the Samadhi of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. So this is the outside. Here you can see, it is written here in English also, the mausoleum of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. And it is declared as a Indian heritage property. So anyway, and this is the Bhajan Kutir of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. So this is the outside, and it was closed, but I put my camera sort of, so this is the inside of it. So this is this Bhajan Kutir of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Then there's a temple, of course, there. And these are the deities. On the leftmost is Gaur Gopal, the only place where I saw Gaur and Gopal together. I mean, there is Shri Radha Krishna and Gaur Hari or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but just Gaur and Gopal deity was there. Then in the middle is Shri Radha Giridhari ji, and on the right hand side, Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and Mother Subhadra. So this is the temple there, and this is the Samadhi right next to it. So it says full body Samadhi of Srila Jagannath, Siddha Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Purna Deha Samadhi. That means he was his, it's a whole, whole different feeling to know that, few hundred years ago, or just almost 100, not more than 150 years ago, less than 150 years ago, he was like, or his sadhaka deha, or his body is right there, few feet below.
Did you happen to go while we were there?
Yes.
That is the mortal body, Prabhuji.
Huh? Yes.
Mortal body.
Yes, yes. I don't think I put a picture of that over here, but anyway. So this was the second place where I met the group, the youth group, for some time. And they were doing their kirtan and their own things. So, and then right next to it is a bakul tree under which Jagannath Das Babaji used to sit and do his kirtan or his bhajan. And right next to it, from a different angle, if you just turn, there is the Ganges River. So very beautiful, very serene, very nice place. And yes,
Can I share one quick story from
yes, yes,
Were you there when we were having kirtan there?
yes.
You
I was
see-
actually FaceTiming your mom from there,
You
and
have
she was
photos-
also enjoying.
you have photos of the one on-
I have photos, but I didn't put it in the PowerPoint.
Can I just quickly share what happened there? real
Yeah.
quick? So you can repeat it again. We were doing kirtan there, and Vaishnav Prabhu has a very nice Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu deity. So we'll probably see the actual like full Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu, but he has a small Mahaprabhu deity that he and Mataji carry around everywhere. So while he was giving class, they set up the deity next like on a table, and the pujaris out of their own like spontaneous love came and started offering tulsi and flowers to that deity, to Vaishnav Prabhu's deity. And then after that, during the kirtan, they took the deity and they put him in the lap of Jagannath Babaji Maharaj, like inside the altar. And then they offered arti to him, something like that. But those pujaris just out, the local pujaris out of their spontaneous.
Very nice, excellent.
That was very.
I missed that. I probably left
Yeah, you probably
before
left before the kirtan got like
wild.
They took him up for when. It's a small deal.
Wow, very nice.
Anyway.
Okay, I was not supposed to witness that. Anyway, and my whole thing was also to kind of stay away, It's like, I didn't want to be called a helicopter pair, like, I try to stay as much away as possible. So anyway, then from there, the next place that I went to is, there is a very ancient and very sweet temple of Mahaprabhu known as Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu Temple. So, if you know our Upadeshamrit classes by Hari Parshad Prabhu, they are, the coordinator is Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu Prabhu. So I sent him this picture and he was like super hyped, like, oh my God, and like, where is this place? And I'm going there next time. And like, so anyway, so this is Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu Mandir. And it's a very big temple, or relatively. And then this is the deity of Sri Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. So very sweet deity, very, very sweet deity. And then you can see the pujari. You can see here. So in this picture, it's not zoomed out enough. So this picture is zoomed out here. So there is the lotus feet, or the chappal of Mahaprabhu Paduka. And they bring it out, or they brought it out, and everybody could get it on their head. And this is Vaisheshika Maharaj here, and you can see Shrikar over there, all shaved up. And I don't think others will recognize. I also don't recognize. So anyway, so I also got, and everybody got the feet of Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu on their head. So these were the two pujaris there. And of course, since there was this big crowd, I couldn't talk to these pujaris. Otherwise, I would have engaged them in some talking, and they would, whatever. Then I went to this other place called Chaitanya Saraswat Mutt. So I wanted to go here. They publish some very nice books and very nice deities. There is this person, this sannyasi, who takes care, or who's the sort of the head of this kind of. So I talked to him for a long time, and he offered me some lunch as well, but I was kind of trying to be careful. So I had a little bit. I was not feeling super hungry because I had 2 times last day. So I had a little bit. I don't have a picture of that. Anyway, then one very nice devotee, I wanted to go to Ambika Kalna. And I met a very nice devotee, Mataji. She is a disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Somehow I just happened to bump into her. And then she said, and she said it is her seva to kind of coordinate or send people to various places. So somehow I think she asked me, would you like to go to Ambika? Have you been to Ambika Kalna? I said, no, but I want to go there. I'm going to make a plan of how to reach there. That planning you cannot do beforehand. That you can only do after you get there and find out the local transport and other things. So she was like, oh, you should go there right now. And yeah, like she pulled up. I did not know things were so advanced. Like there's a whole app for local trains. I mean, this is not Bombay local train, which is very famous. This is like not even Calcutta. This is like some deep rural area of West Bengal. And said, oh yeah, local trains are great and this and that. And she, gave me a screenshot of all from her app of all the trains that from which stop, and she told me everything basically. So I ran, I got everything, made a mental note of everything, and then I ran to the railway station. It's called Vishnu Priya Halt. In Bengali, of course, V becomes B. So Vishnu Priya Halt, and 20 rupees return ticket, to and fro. After I came to the temple, Mayapur, our main ISKCON temple, 2,000 rupee by taxi, day trip to Ambika Kalna. So 2,000 rupees you have to pay if you go by taxi. So 20 rupees. I took the local train, and train came, and here I am in the local train here. I have another picture where and then this is like, I reached Ambika Kalna. So it was fun, Huh?
After how many years you've been like local trainer?
Yeah. I mean, probably like many. The only last time I probably hopped on a local train might have been in Bombay or something. And I lived in Bangalore, and there are no local trains there. So anyway, so there, I knew that in Ambika Kalna, there is, I wanted to go to this place called Nama Brahma Temple. There is a very, very elevated Babaji known as Bhagwan Das Babaji. He is, you can see here, he's a very advanced Gaudiya Vaishnava. You can see the 6 Goswamis picture over here. And he made, it seems, many people into great devotees. He would give such wonderful instructions to devotees. And he had special love for Narottam Das Thakur. And would most of the time he would recite the Prem Bhakti Chandrika. And through the power that he got from that, he made so many devotees. Like real, like very absorbed devotees. And this is his Samadhi place. And he would go to the Ganga river every day. But after he became very old, he could not go. So one time the Lord appeared and said, Mother Ganga will come to you. So this is a place known as Patal Ganga. So the Ganga river came from below the ground right to his place where he used to live. So this is known as Patal Ganga. You can still see some water here. This is Patal Ganga, and he would be able to bathe in the Ganga even when he was very old and could not visit the ghat himself. Kind of like, I remind God of Sanatan Goswami when he could not do Govardhan Parikrama, then Lord Krishna gave him that Shila to just circumambulate 4 times. We'll cover that next time. Today we are doing only Mayapur. We are not even half done and we're almost over time. So, break करें या चलते रहें? Break करें? Okay. So, Patal Ganga. Then another place is Imli Tala, again in Ambika Kalna only. And this is the place of meeting of Sri Gauridas Pandit with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gauridas Pandit is an older devotee, and but a great, like age-wise, he's like of the age of the father of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he's a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and him used to sit here in this, under this Imli Tala, Imli tree, tamarind tree, and have a lot of discussions and all that. So here there is, as you can see, thanks. So this is the entrance of the temple. And once you enter, there is a small, like a small shed or whatever, cement shed. Within that is the sitting place of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there are the footprints of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you can take darshan of the footprints of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this is Imli Tala, and it is said that, here it's like the arms of Lord Chaitanya, like spread out. So Gauridas Pandit is a very, very amazing devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he would associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the time before sannyas. So then he heard about the sun. Have you heard the story? How many of you have heard the story of Gauridas Pandit, the deity? Okay, only 2 families. So let me share very, very sweet story that when he came to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas, and typically when you take sannyas, then you leave the place. You don't continue to stay there. So taking sannyas means now he's going to go away. So he was very, very, very heartbroken. And so when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited him, his mood was that of possessiveness, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like feeling very possessive about him. That was his bhav. And so he said, don't go, don't go, don't go. He was like almost like forcing him to not go. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he and Lord Nityananda had visited. So he said, okay, let's make a deity. There was 2 logs of wood there. So immediately the 2 deities manifested from there. And he said, here are my 2 deities, life size, very tall, almost like 6-foot deities are there. And said, they are no different from me. They will stay here. So it's like, I'm staying here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm with you. And so you don't have to feel sad. So then Gauridas Pandit made a very logical argument. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, these deities are no different from me. If I'm going or not, doesn't matter. I'm still here with you because the deities are here. Then he said, okay, if that is the case, you stay, let the deities go. If they are the same, then they can go. You stay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, fine. So they sat down and the deities started walking. And he got confused. He thought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is playing some trick. So he said, wait. Whoever was sitting there, he said, you can go. Those deities should come back. He thought they are the real ones. Then he said, okay. So they came back, and these deities who had originally were Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and became deity-like, they started walking away. Then he said, wait. So like this happened so many times, everybody forgot count as to who is real and who is deity. And so these deities are very, very special in that sense. And another thing is that Gauridas Pandit was very possessive of the deities. And these deities, sometimes you feel when the child, parents are too possessive. Every time, like, monitoring the child, then the child becomes like, wants to little bit go away from the parent, thoda free time or whatever, like, I need my space. Too much intervention. Are there parents like that or children like that here? So these deities are always in the mood of running away. And Gauridas Pandit used to be always too much possessive. So he would always keep the door closed of those deities, that they should never be allowed to leave. So even till today, and so we will go here. It's called, the temple name is Jhalak Darshan. When the door opens, it opens for like 30 seconds. And the Pandits or the Pujaris there, they close. So there's this another whole story of Gauridas Pandit had a disciple by the name Chaitanya Das. And long story short, since we are running out of time, Chaitanya Das, and of course, devotees are always poor. They are not rich. So one of the limbs of Bhakti is to celebrate Janmashtami very nicely. So Janmashtami was arriving and they had no money to celebrate. So he was thinking what to do. And again, I'm compressing the story. The disciple got good donation from somewhere. He said, wow, great, now we can celebrate. So he celebrated a big festival. And when his guru, who is Gauridas Pandit, got news that my disciple is, he had asked, so he said, I got, and we will celebrate. He said, how did you get the money? He said, oh, I got donation. So he was not convinced. He felt like something is wrong. He said, okay, you can do whatever you want. Or so he celebrated big Janmashtami, big Kirtan was happening, but Gauridas Pandit did not participate. And he kept the door closed of the altar as well. And the deities were like, desperate to go and participate in the Kirtan. So when he opened the door to offer bhoga to the deities, they ran away. And he took the broom in his hand, jhadu, and he was running after the deities. And the deities were running away and they were scared of Gauridas Pandit. And then they ran away, and then they saw this Chaitanya Das doing busy, absorbed in Kirtan. And they went, and he could see that they went into the heart of Chaitanya Das. So then all his, whatever his, he was angry at his disciple, or all that anger went away. And then he renamed his disciple from Chaitanya Das to Hriday Chaitanya Das. So that's how the story goes. So very nice deities. And then afterwards, he brought back the deities. And so that's the story of Gauridas Pandit. Very, very special deities. And so I planned to stay. I stayed here for the rest of the evening. And then Aarti happened. So the door opened many times. So I could see like 30 second darshan of like many slots. And then Aarti happened, and then the altar was open for about 15-20 minutes non-stop. So I had very nice darshan. Now here there was strict no photography, and they had warned me before, or they probably warned everyone. And so I didn't take any photographs here. So, but I got an internet picture. So these are the deities. So this is from internet. Somebody might have posted. But these are exactly the deities of Sri Gauridas Pandit in Ambika Kalna. So this is the main temple in Ambika Kalna. Then, yeah, I actually went to one more place I wanted to go because I didn't have more time to come back to Ambika Kalna. It's very far away. Took 1 hour by local train to reach. So this is the place of marriage of Lord Nityananda with Mother Janava and Mother Vasudha. They are the daughters of Sri Suryadas Pandit. So this is the residence of Sri Suryadas Pandit. So there is a temple here. Also, photography of the temple was not allowed. So I took it from far away. So you cannot see. This is the place of marriage. This is where Lord Nityananda sat down. So this is the Kalyana Mandap, or the mandap where the marriage happened. And then I went back to Ambika Kalna station and took the local train. So this is inside local train. You have this Jhalmudi wala. And I took some oranges. Orange is safe because it has a natural covering. So I didn't want to have anything else. And then prasadam in Gada Bhavan. And then next day, I went to Katwa. So Katwa is the place, another very, very important place. It's the place of where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually accepted or received sannyas from Sri Keshav Bharati Maharaj. So I had a rough start to the day. I fell down into kichad, into like, so all my dhoti and kurta, this is just showing small part even in the front, and the jacket on everything was, anyway, I didn't know, I wasn't feeling hurt or anything, but it's okay. I reached Katwa, and there, so we can see here. So, and Ananya Mataji is there. Maybe I don't know if you can read. Does it say here Sri Keshav Bharati Maharaj at the top? Yeah, but this is the Samadhi of Sri Keshav Bharati Maharaj over here. So, the sannyas guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and right next to it is the place where actually the sannyas occurred, the sannyas acceptance occurred. So there are two pairs of lotus feet. One of them is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the other one is Sri Keshav Bharati Maharaj. So this is the actual place of sannyas taking. There's a photo also they have put here where like the sannyas is being given. There's some reflection on it, so you cannot see. And this is the temple, Katwa temple. Didn't I put that? Wait. There is I forgot to put a picture. So there is a peepal tree under which the head was shaved of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that tree is also there, very important tree under which Lord Chaitanya gave up his hair, because before sannyas, you give up your hair. So I forgot to put that picture, but that's right outside this place. And then I went to another temple I wanted to go to. I had read about it, called Sri Radha Kanta temple. The special thing about this, anybody can point out anything special here?
Lord is sitting.
Well, there are other temples also where Lord is sitting.
His flute is missing.
That is probably because maybe bhoga is going on. Then flute is always removable. So when you offer bhoga to Lord Krishna, you typically remove the flute so that his hands become free and you let him eat. So the speciality of this temple,
No hair.
yeah, so of course there is Radharani, Srimati Radharani on one side and Srimati Lalita Sakhi on the other side. You can see the bottom of the feet of Lord Krishna.
Yeah, yes.
So that is the thing to see in this temple. And they have made those marks at the bottom of Lord Krishna's feet. So you can get all the time Lord Krishna is standing, so you can only see you cannot see the signs, the various signs that are there. So some of those signs are drawn here, so you can see and then there are some Shaligram Shilas also over here. Then there is this one place. So as I was going, the auto rickshaw fellow said, you want to take some Ganga water on your head? This is a good place. Oops. So Mother Ganga, I went there, I took some water on the head. And then this is another place. This is a temple of Madhu Pramanik. He is the barber who shaved the head of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, and there is footprints of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here as well.
The pastime on the shaving of the head is all the devotees are very sad.
Sad, yes.
There's a whole description about where many hours they're trying to shave, but the barber cannot physically shave. And finally, after the evening, they're able to shave.
Right.
So all the devotees are just, no one wants to do it. Mahaprabhu is like,
yeah.
barber doesn't want to do it.
Nobody wanted Mahaprabhu to take sannyas. Okay. Then I went to another very special place. Now, this will probably give it away, but maybe I shouldn't have put the writing. So there is the Samadhi of Sri Jagai and Sri Madhai. So there is a Samadhi temple of Jagai and Madhai. So they also became great devotees. Of course, they were miscreants before, but whoever comes in contact with Lord Chaitanya becomes devotees. There is Samadhi temple, so I did not want to miss this place. And it is in Katwa, so I went there. So that is the Samadhi sthal of, it says here, if you can read the font and Bangla, it says Purna Deha Samadhi. of Jagai, Shri Jagai and Shri Madai. So it's like great. So this is the temple at the Samadhi Sthal. And then I came back and then TOVP. So this is the TOVP tour. So this is the main dome from where the chandelier will hang. And these are the three main altars. So the center altar will actually be Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because it's Mayapur. And one side will be Shri Shri Radha Madhavji with Ashtasakhi. And on the other side will be the Guru Parampara. So the 6 Goswamis and the entire Guru Parampara will be there. Lord Narsinghadev temple is on the side. And that, it seems, the opening is next month. So now by looking at it, it didn't seem like it's in any shape to open next month. It was just like this. Like, so if anybody told you that a deity is coming here in this altar next month, but I don't know, I mean, things can change. I mean, here, you can make it happen because if you have it in your project plan or whatever, they know what they're doing. But at least to my layman eyes, it was like, what? Next month you'll bring the deities and it's looking like just a construction site.
Yeah, they said the same thing.
Uh-huh.
It's not ready. How will they bring?
Maybe they have, maybe not much is left. To our untrained eyes, it looks like a lot need to be done or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm sharing what I heard and what I saw. Anyway, and this is Srila Prabhupada's Pushp Samadhi here. There's a big building there and with a big dome. Now, of course, the TOVP dome has become much bigger. And I could see like a nice sunset over here. Then, so this was the evening time. And then finally, I saved the best for the last, which is Sri Chaitanya Math. So this is the place which was established by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj on obviously the Antardvip side. And this is the sort of you can say, the mother of all Gaudiya Maths. Okay. So Chaitanya Math. So this is known as the sort of the mother of all Gaudiya Maths because this is the Math established by none other than the founder of Gaudiya Maths, which is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. So the first thing that you see is this place. It's a broken kind of place and it says there is nothing to visit here. So, I didn't go in, but I took a picture of it. And there's a nice Gaudiya Math bookstore. So I visited that place. I purchased a couple of books. And then there is the Samadhi of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So this is the Samadhi place of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. I again spent a lot of time here, almost like 1 hour maybe. So first, if you see here, the door was closed. The door, it's like having a cage kind of a thing. Then some time later, it got opened, so I could see the Samadhi. I spent some time there. Then if you go forward ahead, there are the main deities of Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. Anybody knows what their names are? Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhari. So around that are the deities of the the Sampradaya Acharyas. So Srila Vishnu Swami, Srila Nimbarkacharya, Srila Ramanujacharya, and Srila Madhvacharya. So very kind of unique temple in that sense. So all the four acharyas are there. And then in the center is Shri Gauranga on the left side, and then Shri Gandharvika Giridhari. These are the personal deities of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. And finally, I wanted to go to this place very much, which is the Samadhi of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. So this is the outside, and this is the inside. So first he was sort of wearing the day clothes. The pujari then came and closed the door and put him into night clothes. So you see the different clothes here. So I spent almost 2 hours here. Very, very nice, peaceful, and just extremely wonderful, blissful time. So I had a very, very unique experience here at the Samadhi of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And it is said that before coming to USA, Srila Prabhupada every day he would go and visit here to receive the blessings of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. So this is a very, very special place for all the Prabhupada Anugas, all the followers of Srila Prabhupada, because he took a lot of, or he took very, very deep shelter of Bhakti of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji before coming to the West. So a lot of the potency was invested in Srila Prabhupada by Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. And then there is a manifestation of Shri Radha Kund in the Chaitanya Math. So there is it's considered to be a manifestation. You can kind of call it the same potency as Radha Kund in Mayapur. So that is in Chaitanya Math Angan, or in that compound campus, and also of Shri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan. So, and that was the night. I don't know, I kind of mixed few days and all together. It's not like a strict day by day, but these are the places I visited in Mayapur. There are many others I visited, but as this was already 75 slides, so I thought I'll keep it to the main places. There were some other that I visited. So I have skipped those. And then finally their yatra ended and my yatra ended, and then we took a flight. Yeah, the return journey was kind of a little traumatic. As I said, the road from Mayapur to Calcutta was non-existent at many places. And then there was a big traffic jam, trucks, just a line of trucks. And we waited for 15 minutes, and then I asked, I was just asking around. Then the truck wala said, "Hum to raat ke 3 baje se idhar hi baithe hain." It had been 10 hours since the truck fellow was there. I was like, what? Then a lot of red flags or bells rang in my head, we are not moving from here, looks like anytime soon. So, and yeah, we had flight. When coming to Mayapur, okay, no problem. Even how much ever late is okay. Now, on going, we had to catch a flight, and I took 2-hour buffer I had in my hand. So, and Tulsi was with us. Her flight was earlier, so I had 2-hour buffer for her flight. Then one hour later was our flight. And somehow we just made it barely on time for her flight. I got off the vehicle. I kind of even orchestrated some traffic on the road. I requested the truck wala, please, thoda piche kar lo, piche kar li. We made a U-turn basically. And then we drove on the opposite side of the road. There was oncoming traffic, and it was like James Bond's. Yeah. like James Bond style. And also like another thing that I shouldn't have done was like there was like a railway traffic, like a railway, what you call gate. So railway crossing. So the traffic was like this, like, and this was a local train railway crossing. So it would, like when as I was waiting and the railway crossing was way over there, I already saw like it would open. It was like Jhalak Darshan. It would open, some traffic would go, again it would close, then some local train would pass, then again it would open, some traffic would go, again it would close. And so this side was like, it was like just one lane each side. Just try to imagine the picture, okay? So this side, there was no traffic because then you have to leave space for the other traffic to come here. Then I told the driver, like this, it will take 1 hour here only because of this, slow movement. So I forced was that, sir, chalan ho jayega. Maine kaha, I will pay whatever chalan happens. I forced him to take on the other side, on the oncoming traffic. And the door was closed, so there was no oncoming traffic, but then we kind of cut and went all the way in the front. And as soon as the door opened, the gate, that whatever those things opened, we were able to cross. So all this circus happened and we reached the airport somehow. So anyway, then we took the flight and we came to Delhi. So this is, we went to my wife's sister lives in Delhi. So she has 3 daughters. So we met them for an hour and we spent a day on our return from Vrindavan, but we wanted to get to Vrindavan as quickly as possible. So we spent some time at their place and then by night, 10 or 11 p.m., we reached Vrindavan. And Delhi to Vrindavan is awesome. It's like, that's like a US highway. No issues on that one. So hopefully the Mayapur will become like that one day, but
that kind of highway, you will sometimes see the opposite side has to be. That's surprising to me. I was driving myself.
Oh,
Like
okay.
last time I went with my friend's car and I was driving, and all of a sudden a bus coming. It's like 4 or 5 lane road, and there is 5 lane on the other side.
Maybe they don't want to take an exit or something. They want to save 2 kilometers of driving. Anyway, so
Did you notice Prabhuji? Did you notice that so many bridges in Ganga and even the sea in India is there, but in Mayapur area, even in Calcutta also, no bridges are there, except that particular Howrah bridge is there. Otherwise, everywhere they used to go by boats. Usually go by boats.
yeah,
So what's the reason? One cannot think why the bridges are not being made.
well, it's a rural place and I don't know.
Also the river ships as well.
Yeah, many reasons.
Yeah, so it makes it hard to-
Okay, so we are way over time and we will stop here. Any comments or questions? It was mainly a sharing.
Prabhuji, Mataji was not with you?
No, she was not with me because my mother lives with us, so she
Achha,
needs constant care. So,
Okay,
but she went to Vrindavan earlier this last year.
But she went earlier, no, Prabhuji.
Yes, so
I remember.
I don't feel guilty about not taking her or not come with us. Anyway,
She sent us the picture, the photos of the true devotees there, and then how she interacted with them. Bhajan she sent earlier.
yes, Parul Mataji, you have your hand raised.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the great darshan that you gave us with all the pictures. So Prabhuji, my only thing is like maybe in the next lecture you'll cover this, but I wanted to know like what kind of experiences you have, because when we go to these places, there might be some shloka that might just strike you, or there might be some instances that strike you, or there's a portion of it that you bring with you, that you bring with yourself, and then that you carry it. So I just wanted to actually get your experience, like what were you feeling? वो कैसा तत्व में like कैसा लग रहा था आपको?
And that is, yeah, a lot of such experiences have been there, but they are very personal and private. So I don't even know if I can share. They're just meant to be reminisced. So,
Okay, Prabhuji. I'm glad you had such experiences.
but they're very personal in the sense like, so what I can share with you is how you can have the same. So start building. Someday you will go. So invest the time. And of course, this is not like I'm saying you prepare for yatra, you will do 2 years from now, starting today. So your life is not all about preparing for quote unquote yatra, but start investing your time in reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Start investing your time in reading the biographies of various devotees. Know about who is Jagannath Das Babaji, who is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. Somewhere or the other, you will come to know that Srila Prabhupada used to go before coming to the West. I read this article somewhere. It's not there, I think, in Lilamrit, but one time a devotee went to the American devotee or Western devotee went to the Samadhi of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. And there at that time, there was a very old pujari. For some reason, he happened to be there at that time. So he said, "Are you a follower of Srila Prabhupada?" He said, "Yes." Then he told that when I was younger, I used to be the pujari in the temple here in the 60s, because that was the time when Prabhupada came to the US. He said, "Your Guru Maharaj is the true devotee," he said. I could sense it. He would come here and spend hours here. So like that, that pujari now in the 80s, he's sharing about his seeing Srila Prabhupada 20 years or whatever before to this devotee. So you have to read, you have to come across such articles. And you, for example, sometime or the other, read about Bhagwan Das Babaji, or you read about so many other devotees, or you come across, oh, there is a Samadhi of Jagai and Madai. Okay, we know the story of Jagai Madai and how they, offended Lord Nityananda. We heard there is Samadhi. Oh, write it in your little book. I made a little, like an online journal, like myself, like places to visit, so that when I go, I made it a point to visit these places, and I found out generally where they are. So like this, and then when you go and visit such places, and it's multi-year, like it's not about preparing for yatra, but as you are reading, these places exist. So make a note, and then when you go, pull out that note and plan your itinerary in that way. Organize it on a location basis. Okay, Ambika Kalna side, these ones, Katwa side, this one, Godrumdvip here, like that, Navadvip. All these things you organize it, and then when you go to those places, I can tell you, you will have those experiences, because you are already so connected with those places from before. So that is the thing. And when you are reading the biographies of the acharyas, especially our acharyas in our parampara, like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj, these are the primary ones, Jagannath Das Babaji, these are the primary ones that you see. Sort of the later ones, they are Mayapur centric. In Vrindavan, the 6 Goswamis, they are the giants. They are the ones who are holding Vrindavan together, so to say. They discovered the various places of, so those ones. So invest your time, your attention in these great devotees who are in our parampara, And then when you go to those places, you will automatically want to spend hours there. And when you spend time there, when you're just connecting with that place, you will have those experiences. I bet you. I absolutely guarantee you will have. So that's what I would like to say. And then yes, there are many places where not many, few places where I went and I was like, one thing, like I told you, like one of the things I just so happened, like I was going from one temple to the other and everywhere Aarti was starting at that time. So, I was feeling very, very happy and lucky that, oh, nice, I'm getting to see full Aarti ceremony. And Ambika Kalna also, where the doors close. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention a very important thing. At Ambika Kalna temple, they have a little parchment, which if you ask, then they will show. They will just not show like that, which has the Bhagavad Gita written by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you see the handwriting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in that temple. So there's a parchment there. And there is also a boat paddle that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used. So these are the two artifacts that you can directly see. So, yeah. I hope that gave some idea about your question.
Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Definitely the inspiration that gave the inspiration of reading and like someday going and visiting these places.
Yes. Then you will not feel new to that place. You will feel like you have already been here. And amazing things will happen. These acharyas will reciprocate with you. I mean, things like I was feeling hungry and that devotee just said, and then he ended up talking to me for an hour about Jaiva Dharma and other things. That was so nice. I was very enlivened by that. Yes, Madhavi Mandaji Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the beautiful experience you've shared with us. So I went to Mayapur last year and I was recalling all the memories which you showed in the slides. And thank you also because I didn't went to Ambika Kalna and I got to note it down like where I have to go next time. So like it was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, there's always supposed to be remaining things to do for next time. So you have to go back. Thank you. Okay, we will end it here. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Next
Thank
week,
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.